It is Thursday. You know what that means. It's time to mock draft. I mean, draft season is officially here, right? It is pretty much. Training camps have started. We are in football season. Drafts will be here right around the corner. I know some of you probably already are drafting. So we got a mock draft going tonight. See who wants to jump in. I think Pierre is going to jump on, and we are going to tandem draft this thing. Crush these guys. Let's see. Let me make this.
Yo, what's going on?
What's up, Young Money?
What's going on? I actually really like this 5 pick here. I think it's a really good pick this year.
The 5? Yeah, I like the 5.
Yeah.
Ram's here. Okay, everybody here, let's see, is Joe Dodd. Joe Dodd, are you ready? All right, is this Joe Dodd guy here? All right, we're just waiting. What about 95 Chase? Is he on? Has anybody seen him? Is he green? All right, 95 Chase is green. All right, looks like we're just waiting for Joe Dodd. I'm going to give him. There he goes. He just went green. All right, here we go, everybody. Here we go.
$10 minutes per pick.
Oh, do I have it set at 10 minutes per pick?
Yeah.
Let me change that.
JJ at the 1.
There we go. It's now 1 minute per pick. Dude, look at this. Jefferson Cup. Yes, wow. Metcalf did get paid.
Yeah, I just saw that. He got a similar contract to Terry. 3 years, $72 million. Wow. I really wanted to start with the receiver, but I just feel like I can't pass up on CMC here.
Yeah, CMC's good there for sure.
The 5 there, no way.
Trying something new. Maybe try not taking the 1.01 every time. How about that for something new?
Where's Pierre?
Dude, this draft filled up so fast. I told him to jump on the stream and we can draft together. So hopefully he'll be on. I sent him the link. All right. Boy.
There's guys that I flip-flop on like multiple times. Like Gibson, I flip-flop with him, go back and forth. Like he could be good, then he'll be a bum.
Man, oh man.
I feel like he has a path.
This spot is terrible.
Yeah, I don't want Swift over Mixon.
Yeah, I'm lower on Mixon. I've gotten off Mixon.
Really? I like Mixon this year. I think he could finish top 5.
All right, I was happy with this. I'm happy with this because it's between Swift and Lamb for me there, so I'll take both of them. I like that.
CeeDee Lamb's gonna break your heart. I'm telling you.
I don't know, man. I think we're looking for a third year breakout this year. Huge breakout for CeeDee Lamb this year.
I don't know. Do you know they were number 1 in yards gained and points scored last year?
Yeah, but that's okay because who is he competing with for targets? No Amari Cooper. Micah Gallup has already said he's not going to be ready. Jalen Tolbert's a rookie who, I mean, I like him, but, rookies don't often come in and just start dominating from day one. James Washington, whatever, like he's got no competition. So even if Dak throws for less touchdowns and less yards, it doesn't matter because CD's share is going way up. His target share is going way up.
I mean, you could be right, but I just see if he can't even be a wide receiver 1 in the best offense in the NFL, how is he going to be a wide receiver 1 in like the 8th best or the 11th best offense in the NFL?
What do you mean? I mean, he was the wide receiver 1 in Dallas.
No, I'm saying like a wide receiver 1 in fantasy. He wasn't even top 12 last year.
He was doing great, and then I don't know what happened the second half of the year. Or like down the stretch, kind of struggled. But his real life like metrics are off the charts good. There's a lot of running backs for us.
Yeah, I'm a little. I still don't love the wide receiver value on the board though. Although it's looking more and more like Debo's going to stay in San Fran.
Yeah, he's definitely going to stay. There he is. What's up?
I couldn't see the link. I didn't know you sent it to email.
Oh, all right. Well, we got a DeAndre Swift, CeeDee Lamb start so far. So I'm pretty sure we're winning this draft right now.
Whoa. Well, he took Swift over Mixon.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm 100% on board with that. I know you haven't seen when is that one coming out, Chris?
I think that will be Monday. Monday.
Okay. So
don't spoil it.
All right. Well, let me just say this. I'm surprising myself. I'm more and more on board with Swift. And actually, I was just looking at that offensive line thing I posted. Now, ranks for offensive lines, that's all subjective, right? Because it's hard to measure. But the Lions were like a top 12 ranked offensive line last year. This year, they have them preseason ranked as like a top 5 offensive line. So think about that. Think about one of the best offensive lines in the league. If he's healthy, I mean, Swift should be
Swift is like Austin Eckler was going into last year. I mean, not as old as Eckler, but he's a guy that we know is getting 70 to 80 catches, which gives him like a top 7, top 5. If you catch 70 to 80 passes and you get 150 to 200 carries, you're going to finish as like a top 6 or 7 running back at worst in PPR. And that's what Eckler did for 2 straight years. He was RB4, and then he was RB7 in points per game because he missed like 6 games. And then last year he scored a bunch of touchdowns and broke fantasy. Like that's Swift. They're like pretty much the same guy.
But do you know who else is going to catch 70 to 80 balls and get 150 to 200?
How many catches did he have? How many catches did he have last year in the 10.5 games he played?
No, I'm saying, do you know who else is going to put up those exact numbers in a better offense that you don't like this year?
Who?
Aaron Jones.
No, he's not. He's not going to catch as many passes as Swift. People are way.
He's going to catch 70 balls this year.
No way. People are way over.
For sure.
Look, I agree with that. He might catch that many, but he's not going to run for 1,000 yards because A.J. Dillon's splitting time with him. So it kind of evens it out. DeAndre Swift's the leading rusher.
DeAndre Swift's not going to rush for 1,000 yards receiver.
Yeah, but A.J. Dillon caught a lot of passes last year. Like A.J. Dillon is not like a pass-catching chump like we all thought. It's not just going to be – that's the other thing. Aaron Jones is not going to be out there as much as DeAndre Swift. And if you're not out there as much, You don't catch as many passes. Like, you just won't.
But
What's
A,
up,
I think it's a better offense, and B, I don't think DeAndre Swift
Is it a
running
better
for
offense?
1,000 yards. Absolutely.
Just because they have Aaron Rodgers, what else? They have
on that
nothing
alone,
else.
on that alone, it's better for
They,
sure.
they
absolutely.
literally have nobody else.
I mean, it's not like the Lions are just oozing with offensive talent.
But I'm
these
not.
days.
I'm not saying the Lions are better. I'm just saying I don't think you can say the Packers are better for sure just because they have Aaron Rodgers. Like the rest of that offense is awful. They definitely have a better defense. The Packers definitely have a better defense.
Are the Lions challenging the Packers for the division this year? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think the Packers are challenging anybody for anything this year. I don't think.
No, I'm saying the Lions are the Lions going to challenge the Packers for the division?
I don't even know if the Packers are going to challenge for that division.
All right.
So
how much time we got? Who are we taking?
The Vikings?
Mike Williams?
I took Mike Williams. Yes, I like the Vikings better than all those teams for sure.
I think that's kind of a hot take.
I mean, we say it's a hot take because Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers is literally going to be throwing to Allen Lazard, Randall Cobb, and who knows else because Sammy Watkins can't stay healthy. He's on the NFI list already. Christian Watson already on PUP. He's literally going to be throwing to Allen Lazard and Randall Cobb and Aaron freaking Jones, who's a running back.
And he's going to be putting up 27 points a game.
That is awful. I don't care how good Aaron Rodgers is. That is awful. That is awful.
He's going to be diming them up.
Offense.
He's going to be diming them up. You're going to see a lot more Amari Rodgers this year. You'll see.
Okay, well, maybe I will.
It's going to be – I don't think it's a stretch to say it'll be better than the Lions offense. I think that's a given.
Who are we going with here, Pierre? Marquise? Hollywood?
Yeah, if we're not worried about Marquise, which it sounds like it's nothing major, then I'd go with Marquise.
Yeah, we're going Marquise. We're crushing this draft.
Wow.
There you go. All right, that means it was a good pick. Look, I'll say this: Packers will probably still win the division just because the best thing about it is their offense will probably score fewer points, but Aaron Rodgers does not throw interceptions. Right? They don't turn the ball over, and their defense is good enough that they can still win. They're not going to go 13-4 or whatever they were last year, but they'll still win the division. But it's going to be closer, right? The Vikings will make it tough. The Lions will be better.
Yeah,
not good, but better.
Six wins max.
No,
you think?
I don't think the Packers win more than 9 or 10. That might be enough to win the division, but I don't think they win more than 9 or 10.
Like 9 or 10.
They have a great defense, but this isn't the 1980s. You need to score points.
The Lions are winning 6 games maximum. They'll be picking the top 5 again, guaranteed.
Yeah, Green Bay's defense is great. They made a lot of improvements there. It's a good thing because their offense isn't going to score any points. They're not going to score any points on offense.
I don't agree with that.
Like literally the best wide receiver in football, who was the guy who Aaron Rodgers threw to.
He made
way more than anybody else on that team is gone.
Draft, no one was like, "Oh, this guy's going to be a beast."
Who?
He made Devontae Adams. Let's be real.
Oh my gosh! Okay, now we're
done. Did.
Now we're done.
No,
I can literally show you the proof against that. Like, sure, obviously having Aaron Rodgers helped Devontae Adams, but Devontae Adams is without a doubt the best wide receiver in football.
I agree with that 100%. But I think Aaron Rodgers made him better than what he is.
You don't think Aaron Rodgers isn't as good as he is?
He benefited.
I like Devontae Adams.
He absolutely.
Well, look, we're going to find out how good Aaron Rodgers is because now he's got to throw to Allen Lazard, who's not a wide receiver one, Randall Cobb, who's like older than me, Christian Watson, he can actually get on the field and catch a pass, Amari Rodgers, who knows what he is. Like, he's throwing to no. I mean, if all he's doing is dumping off to Aaron Jones all year, this offense is going to be absolutely horrible, and it will be worse than the Lions. That's all he's doing.
Unless Aaron Rodgers get hurt, that's the only way it's going to be.
We'll find out about Devontae Adams this year, but let me just show you because I looked it up. It's not a big sample, but in the games, 8 games, Devontae Adams had to play without Aaron Rodgers. His PPR went from 17 points to 15.3. That's not a huge drop off.
Yeah,
like
Devontae Adams is awesome.
Well, he's still the number 1 target. I'm not saying Devontae is bad without him.
So I'm hearing. So
he helped make him.
Allen Lazard is solid. That's the problem. He's solid.
I like Allen Lazard.
He's your top wide receiver, and he's solid. That's not what you want from your top wide receiver. And also, I just saw something where Robert Tonyan might be starting on PUP. He may not be ready to go to start the season now.
He doesn't even matter, to be honest with you.
So There you go, right there. Hall of Fame to Hall of Fame player. That's what Aaron Rodgers said. So, yeah, I do agree he could be sneaky, but we're talking about a rookie who was drafted in what round? What round was he drafted in?
Fourth,
fifth, something like that. Like maybe he comes on down the stretch or something, but he's not going to come out of the gates, rolling probably.
he'll be like the MVS to this team. He's the guy who can get down the field, make the big stretch plays. He's not going to do much in the middle of the field. That's kind of what he did in Nevada, right?
Man.
He just ran deep and got the ball, and he was their guy. But that was a pass happy offense. That's what he's going to be. He's going to be Dubs will be the MVS of this team. The Devontae Adams' team will be nobody, but Aaron Jones will get a bump. Okay, Money, you absolutely right. Aaron Jones will see more receptions. He will be more involved, but he's not going to be that much more involved than A.J. Dillon. And this offense as a whole won't be as good as it was last year. So I don't think he's going to get more touchdowns. So I think he kind of is the same as he was last year.
Yeah.
But is that better or worse than Swift this year?
Swift was like the
top 5 upside.
Swift was top 5 when he got. Swift was top 5 when he got hurt on a worse Lions offense last year, a worse defense, and he was top 5 when he got hurt.
That's the thing. Look, Aaron Jones is a fine pick in the 3rd round. Like he's totally
fine. And he's going later
on his ADP. But what the whole thing is who do you want that could win your league? Like Aaron Jones, he's not going to be more than he was last year. DeAndre Swift could be that league winner. Now he could be a total bust like he has the last 2 years, but he could win your league, right? CMC could be a bust again. He was
only a bust last year because he got hurt. Like he was, like again, he was doing great before he got hurt. So, and
I want to take a receiver so bad, but I just cannot be passing up on this.
Because we have all the good receivers. You guys let us get CeeDee Lamb, Mike Williams, Marquise Brown, and DeAndre Swift. Like, what's going on here?
I just can't. This guy after me's got no receivers so far yet, though.
I don't know what he's doing.
At least I've got one.
He must be from somebody else's Discord, and he's like, I'm gonna jump in their draft and make it and do stupid picks. like clapping cheeks, like Ale and Cheeks and JCB did Jimmy do.
It's the counselor.
Yeah. I mean, at least he did take a tight end. he does, I mean, when Kamara's your RB4, I guess that's good. I bet he can't stop him.
He can't play.
He can't play. He's gonna be on your bench, but you can always do a mock trade, I guess. What are we thinking here, Pierre?
Antonio Gibson.
Definitely not Gibson.
There's really no running backs we need to take, at least at this spot. We're almost at the turn. And tight ends, top 5 tight ends are gone, right? So,
yeah, there's a wide receiver I would really, really, really like here, but don't say
league-winning Davis.
Not quite.
Mooney.
Yeah, Mooney's okay. So I was actually thinking about Elijah Moore.
I can't see who's below.
Yeah, you like Mooney or Elijah Moore?
Who's after us? Nick? You think Nick will take either one? You could take both. Well, okay. All right, go Elijah Moore, and if Mooney's still there, we can always take Mooney.
Yeah, let's get Elijah Moore in our flex. That's pretty nice right there.
That was a better pick.
That is a pretty nice looking team. What's up, Atlas? Hello. Just joined. I don't know what you joined, but thank you. Yes, DK Metcalf did sign a fat contract.
Yes, he did. I don't know. that Seattle, speaking of offensive line, Seattle's went from bad to worse. And so did their quarterback situation. So DK went from my favorite receiver to a guy I'm not touching like at all.
Avoiding like the plague.
Yep.
That's another thing. What's his name? Bakhtiari for the Packers. Their stud offensive lineman.
Bakhtiari.
Yeah, he's on PUP again. And who knows if he's going to be able to play this year again? So they might not even have their offensive line's already taking hits.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers is the greatest thrower of football ever.
Oh, jeez. I'm not even responding.
He
to that.
is.
Not
He
even
is.
responding to that.
He is. He is. Easily the most efficient quarterback.
That's
ever.
what I
His
like
touchdown
to hear.
Interception ratio speaks for itself.
Okay, well, you're all about that touchdown. Then Carson Wentz was like one of the best QBs last year in that.
I'm talking about over a career, though, not one season.
All right, well, Mooney just went. Should we go RB here? We could go. Let's see who's some RBs that we might like. Yeah,
he's not on here, but he's listening. He knew he was listening because he heard me say that.
Yeah, I mean maybe Kareem Hunt, AJ Dillon.
AJ Dillon just killed Aaron Jones.
Chase Edmonds. Is it too early for Chase Edmonds?
It's too early for Edmonds. Wait, who's up at the top there? You said Hunt, maybe Hunt or
Hunt or Dillon. Or we could go tight end. We could grab Schultz. Or we could go QB. Lamar is still on the board.
Yeah, go Lamar.
Go Lamar. Okay.
Because I think we could wait. I mean, they might not be there, but we can wait on tight end because it's not like a big advantage here.
Good luck with that, Bus. I'm sure the gaining weight part would be easy. That part, I have full faith in you that you could gain weight. I don't know you, but I feel confident that you could probably gain weight.
Weight should not be an issue for Bus.
Learning how to block, that might be the more challenging part. That might be the more difficult part.
The guy should have taken TJ Hawkinson in that top 5 Lions offense.
We got Swift. We got the RB1 and the wide receiver 1 in the Lions offense.
We want to go 2 Lions heavy.
Wait, it's a top 5 offense. Can't go wrong.
No, I know.
Top 5 offensive line, not offense.
Yes, Tom Brady.
I mean, you guys think it'll be better than the Packers offense?
Packers offense will be like 20th.
No way. No way.
All right. Not that low, but maybe
it'll be like 15.
15, yeah.
Okay, and then what are the Lions going to be like? 22?
Yeah.
It's like no different.
Maybe worse than that.
It's like no what?
It'd be like 28.
28.
Absolutely.
No, they'll be better.
Jared Goff is.
I don't think the Packers. I don't think the Packers offense is going to be 15. I don't think they're going to be 15.
They'll be closer
what were they
to
last
15
year?
than the Lions are to 20.
What were they last year?
Like 4.
I mean, it depends what metric you look at. I guess it depends what metric you look at.
Yeah, you want to go points per game?
If you go yards per game, they were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They were 10th. If you want to go points per game, if you want to go points per game, they were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They were 10th as well.
They're
so unless you think Devontae Adams is only worth, so they were 26 points per game, and 15th was the Vikings at 25. So you're only talking about a 1-point difference. I think Devontae Adams is worth more than 1 point.
Yeah, it depends.
That is incorrect. That is not correct. That is wrong. I'm feeling better about Fournette's weight than I did at minicamp, but he's still weighed 245 officially, which is still pretty big for Leonard Fournette. Like, it's not really where you want to see Leonard Fournette. So I'm still a little bit worried. And also you got to worry, like, what's his conditioning like? Because he obviously like crashed, dieted, and worked out to get from 260 to 245. That's not really, the best way to do it for longevity. Yeah, definitely Chris typing, sure. I've never been worried about Fournette's weight. I'm more worried about Rachaad White.
Well, with Fournette, it's not just weight you have to worry about. If we remember back in Jacksonville days, it was also motivation, doing dumb stuff, and you know what I mean? Like, that's not just his weight. That's kind of part of the whole thing is like maybe he doesn't always focus on football first, and so once he got paid, maybe he decided to celebrate. I don't think it's gonna be a bust, but this team offense also is going to drop a little bit without Godwin 100% and without Gronk. We might see how much Brady really does depend on Gronk as kind of his safety blanket. So I think this offense takes a little step back.
I'm more worried about the offensive line.
Well, that too.
In 2011, when he went, we're looking at didn't he have like Donald Driver and who was his
Jordy?
wife? I don't know if he had Jordy then, but he had one of the Sharps. Didn't he have Sharp? Like he had awesome
2011?
awesome wide receivers.
2011? No way. There was no Sharp on that team.
Yeah. Okay. Look, who was it?
Devontae Adams, 2014 is when he was a rookie.
No,
that was like Jennings, Driver.
Yeah, they had awesome receivers.
Okay, are they
Jordy
awesome?
Nelson was his guy.
I don't know who to pick here. Holy cow.
Let's see. In 2011, Greg Jennings, Jordy Nelson, Donald Driver, Jermichael Finley. He had awesome receivers.
They're not awesome. He made them awesome. We wouldn't even know who they were if they were on other teams. Let's be honest.
Stop it.
Let's be real.
Here we go.
If they played for the Houston Texans, they'd be nobodies.
Well, that's true, but I mean, that's true for a lot
Greg
of people.
Jennings is an analyst today because of Aaron Rodgers. Let's be real.
I kind of agree with that.
The thing is, Leonard Fournette did catch a lot of passes, but he's not going to catch a lot of passes this year because they drafted Rachaad White to catch passes. Nobody wants to believe it because they think they drafted Rachaad White just to sit there because they're rebuilding. So let's just draft a running back because we're not trying to win a Super Bowl right now or anything. Like, remember, they signed Gio Bernard to catch passes. The problem is Gio Bernard was dust when they signed him. And so they had to throw it to Leonard Fournette because Ronald Jones can't catch. Like, he can't pass block and he can't catch. Rachaad White is going to get lots of receptions this year. All right.
Rachaad White is going to be what everyone wanted Keyshawn Vaughn to be a couple of years ago.
Yeah. All right. So what are we thinking here? We got some running backs on the board. I know you like Damian Harris, but I'm really worried he's not going to come close to 15 touchdowns again. Hunt's still there. Pollard. Penny.
Hunt.
Yeah, or we can go Goddard if Goddard falls, but I think maybe
we only got one team after us, so we can say this. I'd say we'll go Hunt if he's there, if Jeremy doesn't snipe us, and then we can take either Goddard or if he gets taken, we can take Ertz.
I feel like Goddard's probably going to get taken now.
Yeah.
My favorite team is the Commanders. I guess that's what they're called these days. And Pierre's is the Dolphins. What's up, Kurt? Good to see
Commander game. Take command.
All right, so we'll go Hunt here. Man, our team is stacked. It's so good. Told you, he's listening. He is listening.
They're always listening. I should have known, right?
He's
I'm
listening.
gonna start having to throw people off the trail. Like, look, we're gonna get Gesicki right now. Okay.
Should we just go another running back then?
Yeah, we can wait.
Should we go? I mean, Harris is our RB3. Do we like Penny? Ken Walker?
So here's the thing with Walker or Penny, it's better to take the one that falls. So we might as well wait around and see if they're available.
Stevenson.
Look, you know how I feel, and you know that I'm also flexible. I'm starting to get on Ramondre a little bit more. Ramondre, so
let's do it.
We could wait there too, or we could take him now unless there's somebody else you like.
Too late, I took him.
I hate to say it, but I think Ramondre might be the guy, not Damian Harris.
I don't know how you can handle it. DeAndre Swift, top 5 running back. CeeDee Lamb, Mike Williams, Marquise Brown, Elijah Moore in our flex. Like, get out of here with this. I'm gonna see if anybody has better wide receivers than us. Cup Higgins, AJ Brown. Okay, Ale probably does, but his running backs are terrible. Adams, Evans, Judy, Deontay. Okay, I mean Nick's close to us. Mitchell, Pollard. It's so bad, says the guy with Jalen Waddle, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Adam Thielen, and Alan Lazard. Like, come on, that is terrible. Like, you got Alan Lazard.
You got Saquon and Travis Etienne.
You got Alan Lazard. Alan Lazard.
That's upside. That's his wide receiver 5, though. Who's your wide receiver 5? You haven't even picked him yet.
You don't need a wide receiver 5 yet.
Well, we'll see if it's better than Alan Lazard.
It will. It probably will be. Probably will be.
I doubt it.
Alan Lazard is going to disappoint so
He's
badly.
the wide receiver 1 for the greatest thrower of the football ever.
Oh, geez. But he's not. But the problem is he's not a wide receiver 1. He can't.
It doesn't matter. The volume alone, he's going to see 100 targets.
I doubt it. Actually.
Probably more than that.
I doubt he will.
No.
Especially
I think Aaron Jones get 100
Watson's
targets before Alan Lazard does.
If Christian Watson's on PUP and he misses the first 4-6 weeks, he's definitely seeing 100 targets. He has to.
I think this is non-hyperbole. This is what I really think. The Packers, when they had to trade Devontae Adams, said, you know what? Screw it. We're just going to build an elite defense. We're going to slow the game way down. We're going to lean on that defense. And then in the fourth quarter, we're going to say, Aaron Rodgers, go win us a football game. I think he's going to throw like 25 to 30 times a game, and that is it. It's going to be a lot of like A.J. Dillon grinding out, some Aaron Jones. And then in the fourth quarter, they're going to be like, okay, cool. It's 6-6 because our defense is so good. Go lead us to a touchdown drive or something. That's what I really think. That's what I really, truly think.
I don't think their defense is 6-6 good.
I mean, okay, whatever. It's 13-10. They're losing like that 49ers game. And they're going to be like, go win it for us. And sometimes he will and sometimes he won't. Because he doesn't have a wide, because you know why he can't? Because he doesn't have a wide receiver who, in the clutch, can get separation and get open for him.
Well, their division is still terrible, so they get 6 games against bad defense.
The Vikings,
the
Vikings have also
their defense
improved
is still
all
bad.
over.
Their
defense is better. It's not as good as the Packers defense, but it's better. But it's better, and they've improved everywhere.
They fired a defensive head coach who couldn't even coach defense. There's no way
it's a good thing. That's a plus. It's not a negative.
Yeah, but now they have an offensive head coach, and he's not even going to care about defense.
Yeah, but
it was bad to begin with.
1980. You don't win by playing defense.
Well, I don't care who wins. I just care if Aaron Rodgers is putting up fantasy points. I'm saying that defense is going to be bad. He's going to be putting up points on them.
He won't.
Vikings Packers is a shootout every time they play. It's going to be 33-30 or 28-27.
That defense is too good to be in shootouts.
No, the Vikings give them
that's 2 games out of the season. That doesn't mean Aaron
Rodgers. But I'm saying that their entire division he's going to put up. He'll probably average 28, 30 points against the division. It's that bad.
No.
Yeah,
look, I agree. Vikings defense went from terrible to still not great. All right, so they're still not a great defense. I don't think Vikings are going to be that good on defense, but again, that doesn't mean season long Aaron Rodgers is going to be a top 10 quarterback in fantasy, because it's true. And who threw it out there that they had like one of the slowest paces of play last season, right? He waits till the last second.
That's why they were 10th in points per game in yards.
They're going to run the ball. They're going to dump it off. They're not going to put up a ton of points unless they need to. But if their defense is good, it's true. They're not going to put up that many points.
They're just going to run slow. And then if they need to, like I said, in the fourth quarter, they're going to say, okay, Aaron, go win us a football game.
What is this idea for video? We're supposed to rank the people in the drafters or something?
We need to make a tier list of the drafters in the community. Well, you guys can do that. I don't have time for that. You guys do it.
Cheeks just wants something with his name on it. He just wants to be up there. He doesn't care if he's first or last. He just wants to be on. He just wants to shout out. Ale, I don't know. These running backs are really scaring me this draft.
Yeah, I don't know why did he go Sky Moore there? I mean, I like Sky Moore, but
I don't know. Antonio Gibson, the 7th round. I feel like he has a path. That's all I'm saying. He has a
Here
path.
we go. It feels like 2021 all over again.
He has a path. Oh my gosh, I think it's so funny to go back and watch videos from last year and look at the draft board. Like I remember there was one video we were talking about Najee, and if we were taking, we were like, me and Jay were arguing. We're like, no way, you got to take him over Gibson over Akers, no shot. And like looking at it a year later, it's just so funny. Like him over Akers is a joke now. Like him.
Well, we
over
were
Akers
looking
is
at
funny.
our week 1 must start running backs, and I think we got like one right. It was like James Robinson. It was like really bad. Like really bad.
Yeah, and I'm like looking at these teams. We're like, oh, your team's stacked, and you've got like Allen Robinson and Calvin Ridley, and like
That's
no,
the
your
thing.
team's actually horrible.
That's the thing. We think we know, but we don't really know.
No.
All right,
So either our tight end here or another running back.
Well, we don't have to worry about tight end now because Nick has one, so we can we can wait and get like Ertz or something if we want on the way back. Yeah, and Jeremy has Kelsey, so we don't have to worry about that. But who do we like? Do we want another running back here? Ronald Jones, Madison, Hines, Henderson. I feel like none of these guys. We could probably just wait on these guys, right?
Is that the top of the list?
Melvin Gordon, James Cook, Michael Carter, Spiller, James Robinson. Wide receiver, we got, boy, not a lot there either. Dotson, Tim Patrick, Tolbert. Those are our choices.
Jacoby Myers, Devontae Parker.
Maybe Patrick.
Yeah. And yes, Patrick probably is a better wide receiver 5 than Alan Lazard.
He has a higher weekly ceiling. Probably, maybe.
Oh,
Season long ceiling though, I don't know.
All right, so now we're gonna go Ertz.
yeah, I got Ertz.
I was a little worried.
And
then
then-
my guy there.
But what if Tim Patrick does move to the slot like they're saying? Could be Judy on the
Yeah,
outside
Judy.
and Patrick in the slot.
Patrick in the
Oh,
slot.
well, then Judy to the moon. If he's on the outside.
Yeah, it definitely helps Judy if he goes outside, but it also helps Patrick if he goes into the slot.
I think KJ Hamler's the slot.
Nah, KJ Hamler's the kick return.
I mean, if he can stay healthy, he could be a slot, but I don't know. What, Tim Patrick, like 6'3", 6'4"? 6'4"? No way he could be a slot.
Yeah, they're talking about playing him in the slot.
Could be a goofy looking 6'4" slot.
I know, but how do you cover that guy? Like you got your little nickel corner out there trying to cover him, and then you can't put and you're like, okay, we'll put a linebacker on him because he's bigger. He's just gonna blow by that guy.
He's got to sack Russ.
Hurts over Knox. Okay. Knox, Mr. Touchdown regression. Didn't we do that? Didn't we just do this with like Tunyon? We're doing this again? Like tight ends who only score touchdowns? And then what happens the next year when they don't score touchdowns? They don't do anything. They end up on waiver wires. Okay, KJ's punt
What
return.
happens-
How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, my guy.
What happens if OJ Howard scores as many touchdowns as Dawson Knox this year? What is everybody gonna do?
Like,
You never. But Hamler's interesting.
Denver, though. There we go. At least you took Rashad White. At least you made one good pick. Actually, I like Bart. I like Chase, Barkley, and Etienne. I mean, Waddle. What are we doing, Waddle? Oh, we just don't like upside. St. Brown, old man Thielen. Come on, Cheeks.
I gotta say, I wish I would have taken Allen Robinson where I took Mahomes. Then I would like my team better. Or maybe Bateman. One of those two.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, you don't really need to take Mahomes that early.
That's the one pick I wish I could have back. Because, man, the more I think about it, man, Derek Carr is the best value at QB in the draft, in any draft you want to do.
Well, he's second to Trey Lance.
Possibly. We'll see on that one.
The difference between him and Trey Lance is Trey Lance can legit run for 1,000 yards and like 6 to 8 touchdowns. And that's
for sure.
I mean, what is that? That's like 140, 150 fantasy points without even throwing a pass. Like, so.
But with that style, he's more apt to break his neck as well.
Yeah, everybody said that about Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray. That's the other thing. Like, in today's game, I think that's why we're seeing more running quarterbacks in today's games, because people know, like, defenses can't just come in and, like, take the QB's head off like they used to.
No, but once he's outside the pocket, he's not a quarterback anymore. He's a runner.
Who?
Once he's outside the pocket, he's a runner. He's not protected.
No, but you still can't, like, go after his head or do something crazy. Like, you
can't do that to anybody.
You just have to tackle him. You can just tackle people today. That's all you can do is just tackle people, right? So it's not like back in the day where, like,
no, he'll get rocked. Like Cam.
When that quarterback left the pocket, it was like,
no, quarterbacks still get treated like quarterbacks. I mean, if you touch them too hard, then it's a penalty. Yeah. So they all know defenders aren't going to kill any quarterbacks.
I'm guessing Cheeks is going to take like James Robinson here, since he's saying he's going for upside. It's going to be like James Robinson or something. Somebody with no upside, or Ronald Jones.
Derek Carr.
Julio Jones. There we go.
That's such a Cheeks pick.
Such a Cheeks pick. So I assume we're just going running backs from here on out. We got 5 wide receivers. We've got a tight end. We got a QB. We're just finishing the draft with running backs.
Yeah, might as well.
All right, so we're going to be looking at like Darrell Henderson, Marlon Mack, Gainwell, Darrell Williams, Khalil Herbert.
Darrell Williams.
Dude, I saw a stat today. Darrell Williams was like crazy, like top 5 in routes run by running back. Last year.
Yeah, let's troll Cheeks a little bit. Got the Cardinals RB1. Oh wait, you have James Conner. I thought he had James Conner.
Yeah, I've got James Conner. The guy.
So bad.
You know I like Marlon Mack. Oh, man, I was going to say Ty Davis Price. Well, he's gone now. Okay, and there's Herbert, but he's riskier. So what do you
Matt?
I know you like Darrell Henderson.
Yeah. Let's go back-to-back Darrells.
Darrell and Darrell.
Yeah, 1L, 2L.
I wonder if Robbie Anderson has actually returned.
Nah, he's not.
Because if he would have, I would actually like Terrace Marshall a lot.
It's gonna be funny if Robbie Anderson outscores DJ Moore this year.
I'd be surprised, but I'm never high on DJ Moore.
And then next year, when they sign Daniel Jones
when they get Carson Wentz
or Carson Wentz, whatever cast off QB that no team wants, people will be like, DJ Moore season, this is it. This is the year.
Best quarterback he ever had.
The best quarterback ever.
And it'll be wide receiver 19.
It's like Groundhog Day. It's like Groundhog offseason, every offseason. Best quarterback. People were saying that about Sam Darnold last year. They were saying he was the best quarterback he's ever had. Number 1 pick.
I mean, it wasn't a lie. It wasn't a lie, but it was an indictment on the quarterbacks that they've given him.
I know, but just because the quarterback he has now is the best quarterback he's ever had doesn't mean he still has a terrible quarterback. It's like, okay, he went from like the 30th worst quarterback to the 28th worst quarterback. Congrats. Like he's still bad.
My friend's in a tight end premium Dynasty draft, and he had like the 5th pick or something like that. I can't even remember. But he had Devontae Adams, Javonte Williams. He's in like the 5th round, and he's like, should I take Travis Kelce or Travis Etienne or some other guys? And I was like,
tight end premium and Travis Kelce was there in the 5th round?
Yeah.
What?
And I was
what?
And he traded back 3 spots, and then Travis Kelce and Travis Etienne went, and he took DJ Moore. I was like, that is such an L.
He took in a tight end premium league in the 5th round. Took DJ Moore over Travis Kelce.
He traded back 2 spots, and then the guy who took his pick took Travis Kelce. Then the next guy took Travis Etienne. Then it was his pick, and he took DJ Moore.
Yeah, of course the guy who traded up to get Kelce, because he's like, how is Travis Kelce on the board in tight end premium in the 5th round? Like, that's insane.
Yeah, that guy already had Mark Andrews, so he was like, oh, he's not going to take a tight end. I was like, bro, you'd be surprised. Like, it's crazy trade bait.
Not only that,
in a tight end premium league, I've seen Travis Kelce go as the number 1 overall pick. No, he's not lying.
Travis Kelce in tight end premium could be like
in Dynasty.
Oh, in Dynasty?
Yeah,
not in Dynasty, but he's still a 2nd round pick at the latest.
But even still, even if you get like 1 or 2 more great years out of Kelce in the 5th round,
maybe 4 or 5, one of those 2 for sure. Because he already had a 1st round pick, Devontae and Javonte for sure.
I mean, look, if you're going to take Devontae Adams in the 1st round,
I was like, you don't even care about age.
Then you have to take Kelce because you're taking a 30-year-old wide receiver in round 1.
That was his 2nd round pick. I can't remember who was first. Oh, it was Mahomes. He took Mahomes, and then Javonte, then Devontae, and then I think this might have been the 4th round that we were arguing. But I was like, no way you ended up with DJ Moore out of that. I would have taken either Kelce or Travis Etienne in a heartbeat.
Yeah, for sure.
And he was like, no, DJ Moore
special. Mahomes in the 1st round. Is it a super flex league?
Yeah.
Okay.
Super flex.
And that's all right. But look, he could have had Mahomes to Kelce connection.
I know, you could have that stack too. Like, dude.
Or I said, like, not this upcoming year, but next year, that Javonte, Travis Etienne could smash with no Melvin Gordon. But no, he wanted. I was like, bro, or I mean, Mike Evans, like, you already don't care about age at wide receiver. I would
if you're drafting 30-year-old wide receivers, you might as well take Kelce.
And I was like, yeah, he might have 1 or 2. He was like 1 year left. I was like, yeah, I mean, he's like 33. He's old.
He's a tight end. Tight ends don't break down at age 30.
It's funny. I had a friend was in town, and we went and had dinner, and he's huge into fantasy football too, and he's like my age, and he's a huge Bucs fan too. So we were talking about Brady. I'm like, you know, it's crazy. Like I was telling him, like the first dynasty I ever did, Superflex Dynasty League, Brady was like 36 or 37 at the time. I forget, 35, something like that. And I got him as my QB3, and it was like, okay, if I get like 1 or 2 more good years out of Brady, that would be awesome. And here we are, still like Brady's still an elite QB. So you never know with Kelce. Like he might still have 2 or 3 more great years left. You don't know, and you just never know. You never know.
I have a tight end premium league where I took Andrews and then Kelce in the 2nd and 3rd round. And but my RBs are kind of trash.
Tight end premium, and that's the thing. If he's awesome again this year and doesn't get hurt, you can still trade him for pretty good value next year. I mean, yeah, you're not going to trade him for crazy value because people know his age, but still, if he goes through the season without getting hurt and plays awesome, he'll still have tons of value next year.
Or if you want to trade him mid-season, I mean, he should be going off the first half of the season.
Yeah, if your team looks like it's not going to contend and he's still playing well, you could trade him to a contender for a lot.
For a 1st and a 2nd, and some young players. Yeah.
That's the biggest mistake people make in Dynasty. They worry too much about age instead of actual like talent and production. It's like being younger doesn't give you like, unless you get bonus points for every year off your age. But yeah, it's like that's not how it works. Being younger doesn't make you better. So,
All right,
And
so
I've started to look at Dynasty a little different. Like I've started to look at it as like ROI instead of just like pure point standpoint.
Sammy Watkins. Where's Sammy Watkins? Is Sammy Watkins even going to be on the NFL roster this year? So I don't think he's going to make it with the Packers.
If he doesn't, then I might as well try out because they'll have nobody.
I
exactly.
mean, they already have nobody.
Nah, they got Lazard. That's all they need. I'm telling you, he's about to be on demon time this year.
We'll see. Are we going Marlon Mack here for our last pick?
You literally have no choice. You have to do Marlon Mack.
No choice. I mean, I actually have
choice.
I actually have all the choice because I'm the one clicking it.
All right.
Son Haskins.
Let's see how we did here. Create this thing. Hold on. Cannot wait to create Cheeks' team.
Be as harsh as you
Was
want.
our
on that
king.
one.
All right, Mr. Facts, the 101, 3 drafts in a row. Jefferson, Pittman, Aaron Jones, Akers. I don't mind that start. Bateman, Burks. Who else could he take in over Burks? Okay, yeah, there wasn't really a lot of options there. Okay. Edmonds, I like that. Russ, that's good. Walker, fine. Komet, I don't know. I mean, Komet and Freiermuth, okay, whatever. Osborne, Pierce, I really like this team. Jefferson, Pittman, Bateman, Burks is your flex. Plus, you got Jones, Akers, Edmonds, Walker, Wilson. That's a good team.
Like, honestly, this is somebody who's on my side. This is like my dream team. These are all my favorite players. You know that this is like my team, like my dream team, basically. Akers, Bateman, Chase Edmonds, Kenny Walker, KJ Osborne, and I talk about Alec Pierce. So
I
this
don't
is
know
straight
if
up 9.9 for me.
9.9. Okay. I'm gonna go. Wow, that's a really good team, though. I kind of want to say a 9. But I want to be stingy with my 9s. I'm gonna not quite a 9 just because Aaron Jones is your RB1 is fine. It's okay. I'm gonna say 8.75. That's a really good team, though. Good job. All right, I don't think I'm gonna like Ailes' team this week, but let's see. Kupp, Higgins, Brown, Kittle, Cooks. I mean, okay. That's good, but now you're rolling out Sanders, Jacobs, Damian Harris, Madison, Hines, Herbert. Like, yeah, I don't know. I do like Sky Moore. Like, I don't even think that's like a stacked wide receiver team. Am I wrong?
I mean,
It's
like the
pretty
top
good.
3, that's amazing. But then after
I'm
that,
low on
it's
it. I'm low
good.
on
Not
right?
a lot of depth.
Yeah. I mean, look,
Cooks is
actually, the
probably top
receivers
24.
is fine. It's just the running backs are so they're so sketchy that it almost
That's
kills
so
it, right?
sketchy. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah,
Sanders
yeah.
could be really good, but he could also be like terrible. Jacobs probably going to be terrible. Harris probably not going to score 15 touchdowns again. Madison obviously needs an injury. Hines is what he is. I got to give that one a 7.75. I'm not a fan of that one. I got to be honest.
This would be a better best ball team because you only need one of those guys,
Yeah.
at running back to kind of hit each week. In best ball, I think that would jump up and maybe I don't even know about an 8, maybe an 8 if it was best ball. But in redrafts,
Yeah, even for me, who's like fine with waiting on running back, that's too much for me. All right, 95 Chase Taylor at the 1.3. That's just wow, that's crazy. You don't see that very often.
Auto
Chubb.
pick.
All right, you know how I feel about Chubb, but whatever. All right, Keenan, Allen Robinson, Metcalf, Hopkins. Like, all right. Okay, Dylan. I do like Dylan. Wilson. Okay, that's not bad. Dak there's good. Knox fine. Spiller, Chark, Ingram. Let's see. I mean, this is a team, like if Hopkins can somehow find the fountain of youth this year and not be as bad as he was last year, and you can hold down the fort for 6 games, you should be able to. This team could be pretty good. Metcalf, I don't think is going to be good at all this year. He'll have his moments, but that's probably about it. It's not bad. It's definitely not Mr. Facts. I'm gonna say 8. I'm gonna get that one an 8. By Ram, Eckler, Tyreek, Fournette, Herbert, Michael Thomas, Drake London, Schultz, Woods, Watson. Woods and Watson. That's the all. That's the no knee picks right there. Pierce, MVS, McKissick. Man, these wide receivers, like, I mean, there's risk, and then there's these wide receivers, right? You got Tyreek Hill going to Tua, which I know Pierre likes, but I mean, Michael Thomas, we don't know what he's like. Drake London, a rookie. Woods coming off ACL. Watson can't catch the ball or even get on the field to practice. Oh, man.
Whoa, Michael Thomas has his 2.
Yeah, Michael Thomas is 2. I'm not feeling this team. I'm going to have to give this one a 7.5. All right, Young Money, let's see it. CMC at the 5. That's really good. I mean, there's risk there, of course, but the upside is league breaking, so that's great. Debo, I'm a little low on Debo, but 2.8 is probably fine. Pitts, I like that. Yeah, that Mahomes pick, I don't understand that Mahomes pick. Like, you don't need to be taking Patrick Mahomes in the 4th round. Could have gotten, like you said, Robinson or Bateman there. That would have helped out a lot. Connor in the 5th is probably fine. Juju, Olave, Gage, Ayuk, Dotson. I do like those receivers, actually. I mean, there's risk, but there's upside with all those guys. So I do like that. Carter, Gainwell, Williams. Good finish. Yeah, that Mahomes pick. Because now you're just hoping like 3 of these wide receivers hit every week. You're gonna really be like mixing and matching and hoping you get it right, which is never fun. But I mean, like, you still do have some upside there. You got some potential at the end. It's definitely not the worst team. I'm gonna put you where I put Ale. I'm gonna put you at 7.75. All right, this team is gonna get like a 5. Like, and it's not even like Najee, Andrews, Breece Hall. I love all those guys. Those guys are awesome. But now you got Zeke, Kamara, Jalen Hurts, and Antonio Gibson. Like, this is a 3 wide receiver, 1 flex league. Best case scenario, 2 of those running backs are on your bench. Like, you're never playing 2 of those running backs ever. They're just going to sit there and do nothing. And then now you're rolling out Christian Kirk, Tyler Boyd, and Rondale Moore or George Pickens as your wide receivers. Like, you're gonna get thrashed every week. You're just gonna get thrashed. I mean, I'm not being mean. I'm just being honest, right? Like, even if, like, let's say you're playing Najee, Hall, and Kamara, and they're all awesome, your 3 wide receivers are like, man, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. So, yeah.
I always wonder, these teams come on and draft. Like, is this how they really draft? Is this a troll?
Well,
like,
that's what I was saying. I think it's like Cheeks and Ale and Jimmy when they jump on like Flocks drafts or like Smitty drafts or whatever, and they do stuff they know he doesn't like. So maybe that's what he did here. But yeah, that's not a good team. Okay, Dr. NFT, Henry Javonte. Now that could be an amazing running back duo if Javonte breaks away from Gordon and Henry doesn't die this year. McLaurin, Waller, Cooper. Oh, not really feeling Cooper unless Deshaun somehow gets a really light suspension, which is not looking likely. Burrow, Dobbins. I would have really liked to see you go wide receiver there. When you start Henry, Javonte, you really don't need Dobbins, especially if he's going to start on PUP. Renfro, Landry, Galladay. Yeah, these wide receivers are pretty sketchy here. I'm not liking this team much at all.
Should have gone Lazard over Dobbins, right? Lazard would have made it.
Oh, man.
I mean, even Lazard over Dobbins would be better. I mean, really, just any of the wide receivers. Gage would have been better over Dobbins. Yeah, 7.5 on that one. All right, Cheeks. Let's see what you got here. We got. Talker. I do like Chase Barkley. Waddle. I don't like what. Like, what are we expecting from Waddle? Like, 'cause here's the thing: if Tyreek Hill is going to be good, they're going to have to get Tyreek Hill going in the short game, right? Like on screens, on slants, quick passes. So where does that leave Waddle? Like, where does that leave Waddle? He's not going to get all the
As
targets.
the clear wide receiver 2 in a dynamic offense.
Dynamic, okay.
Like, you mean he averaged like
the Lions?
Look, the target
better than the Dolphins.
All right, stop it now. Look, okay, the Waddle target share might go down, obviously, from last year a little bit, but efficiency is going to go up. His depth of target's going to go up. He'll actually get a chance to make more big plays, right? Instead of just having to sit around, 5-10 yard mark and just get peppered with targets because there had nobody else to throw to.
Throw more than
but I'm not going to go off about that. I'm just saying Waddle at that point. Look, round 3. Maybe you can say, Sutton has more upside. Williams has more
Mike
upside.
Williams, Marquise Brown,
But
Jerry
it's
Jeudy.
that's not a reach.
I'm about to say Judy.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'd rather Waddle than Jeudy.
Anyway.
Tua can't throw more than 15 yards.
St. Brown, another guy, like, okay, but not going to do what he did down. He might still be okay this year, but he's going to do what he did down the stretch. Thielen, 30 whatever years old, touchdown dependent. Alan Lazard, Tony. I mean, at least Tony has some upside. There we go. There's some upside. I do like Rashad White. I mean, Gordon, okay, whatever. Julio, okay, fine, worth a shot. Deshaun, that's great. You might not have a quarterback for the entire year. We'll see. Gerald Everett. Oh, man. This team, like, this team could have been just so much better. Like, had so much more potential. Like, if we replaced Waddle with a higher upside wide receiver, and then we replace St. Brown with a higher upside wide receiver, or even maybe not St. Brown. Maybe if we replace Thielen, maybe not even Thielen. I don't know. Maybe not even. Maybe it's just that Waddle pick is just killing me. Sorry, Pierre, but
What?
I just don't know.
There's no upside. There's no upside. 9 yards.
No upside. Are you kidding?
No
You can get 1,000 yards easy.
That's not upside. That's upside.
That's wide receiver 22.
Yeah, that's not upside.
Well, I mean, you're talking league winning, like top 5 upside? No, but how many of the players you're looking at round 3 that have that?
Mike Williams, Marquise Brown. I think
Brown does not have top 5 upside.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
No way.
Mike Williams has weekly top 5 upside for sure, and I'd rather have that than a weekly 13-point floor. 13-point floor doesn't do anything for you. And Sutton, I think
in this team, look, if you replace St. Brown with Elijah Moore, Gabe Davis, or Darnell Mooney, that gives it a bump. But overall, I don't hate this team except for the black. Look, he can always pick up a quarterback, I guess, but I don't think it's too bad.
Up a quarterback. That's just because you're too high on Waddle. Like this, I feel like this team should have been like an 8-5 or a 9, and I'm gonna give it an 8.
Yeah, with Chase, Barkley, ETN, his team should have been stacked.
Yeah, it should have been stacked, man. So close. All right, Joe Dog, Cook, and Mixon. Josh Allen in the 3rd. Oh, this guy, I think. Okay, this is the guy who came in here to troll because he just took all the he just took all the players I've talked bad about. DJ Moore, Chris Godwin, Gabe Davis, Hawkinson, Penny, Singletary. I don't mind that. Gallup. Oh man, a lot of ACLs. A lot of ACLs on this team. Ronald Jones, Tolbert. Don't mind that.
And Watkins. Yeah, I think the Watkins picks proves that this was a troll job. I think that cements it.
This is 7-5 for me. All right, Jeremy. Let's see. Diggs, Kelsey, Sutton. I like that start, actually. That's 2 good wide receivers. You got the best tight end or one of the best tight ends. Montgomery, I like that. Look, I like Edwards, but he is probably too soon for CEH for me. I would have preferred if you got somebody like a wide receiver like Elijah Moore or even Devonta Smith or even Mooney. Even Thielen or Gabe Davis there, I would have probably preferred that. It's a little too early for Edwards, I think, for me. Or who were the running backs that you could have had here? Like, I would have preferred Mitchell over him, for sure. Yeah, I think Mitchell there would have been better. Yeah, but Dylan, I don't know if I prefer Dylan this early. But I think Mitchell there instead of Edwards there, that would have, like, I would have loved it with Montgomery and Mitchell. I think that would have been a great team. Murray at the 7, that's good. Lockett, Claypool. I was actually looking at Claypool when we took Patrick because there's talk that Claypool might be the slot guy there in Pittsburgh. I think that's going to be a big bump for him if he is. Myers, Robinson, Robbie Anderson, Harris Campbell. This is another team that felt like it should have been so good. Like, I really like that Diggs, Kelsey, Sutton, Montgomery start. I think it's a great start. Although I probably would have gone Etienne over Montgomery personally, but it's close. It's fine. Man. Yeah, I just feel like the second half of this draft is kind of lacking. I'm going to say 7-5. And then who's here on the end? Nick. And 0 RB with Adams, Evans, Judy, Johnson. I mean, Deontay, not super high on Deontay, but as your flex, that's fine. Mitchell, I mean, I'm good with that. Mooney as your wide receiver 5, that's pretty darn good. Pollard, Goddard, Cook, Algier, Davis Price, got Trey Lance, that's good. Haskins took a lot of shots there for your RB2. I mean, between Pollard, Cook, and Algier, you could have a serviceable RB2 most weeks. And then if something happens in Price, well, you got the Mitchell Price, so that's good. And if something happens to Henry, you got Haskins. This is a good team. I like this team. Strong at wide receiver. Has a good RB1 when he's on the field. Has some decent shots at RB2. Got a good tight end. Got a good quarterback. I think that's a strong team as well. I like it as much as Buss's team. What did I give Buss? Did I give him a 9 or 8.75?
I think 8.75.
All right. I think I'm going to give Nick an 8.5, but it's really, really close.
Look, if you're going to do 0 RB style, that's how you do it because he's got kind of the safe, touch guy as his RB1 with Mitchell, pretty solid. And then all upside. Cook, Davis Price, Algier, and huge upside at quarterback. Guy that I like, Goddard. So I think that's a really good way to do that kind of build.
Yeah, I like that draft.
Deontay Johnson at the 4-1 is a steal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even high on Deontay Johnson this year, but when you're putting him in your flex, plus you got Mooney there, so you could you've got some flexibility at wide receiver, for matchups. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm off Deontay. Like, I definitely would have taken Brown or A-Rob there, but he's your 4th pick. That's not bad. That's not too bad.
True.
He made up for it with Mooney later, so that's fine.
That's true. I prefer Marquise Brown over Deontay for sure.
Yeah, I still like Deontay. The Big Ben was trash, so I don't think the quarterback matters.
Keep Kupp in the 3rd or Andrews in the 6th, full PPR. Ooh,
Kupp in the 3rd.
Yeah,
I think it has to be Kupp.
Yeah, I think you still got to go Kupp in the 3rd. You're talking about a top 5 pick, so.
Golf club.
Golf clapping. All right, guys. Money, appreciate you being on here.
Yep.
Appreciate being on here to chat. Pierre, good draft. We crushed it. We dominated this draft for sure. No doubt about it.
Pretty sure.
No doubt.
Lions offense will be top 5. That was the lesson of the day.
Lions offense top 5. There's the lesson of the day. Everybody's gonna come back. You said Lions offense would be top 5.
He did.
Did not say that.
I want a gentleman's bet.
It is recorded and on YouTube. You can go back and listen if you want and find it.
I want a gentleman's bet on the Packers offense being better than the Lions.
I didn't say that the Lions offense would be better than the Packers. I think they're going to both be bad. I think they're going to both be bad. But the Packers will be less bad. They'll be less bad. But they'll both be bad.
That's fair.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
I'll see you next week.
Yeah, appreciate the chat. Appreciate the debates. And we'll see you guys next week.
See y'all.